Hi friends, it's Kristen again. For today's video, I'm going to go over the makeup I tried in December of 2023. It's January, holy shnikes. So, this is my tub. I went through my desk on top and actually picked out the stuff that I haven't showed you guys yet. I often miss stuff because I'm still using it, so I don't put it directly into the tub and then I forget to show you guys. So some of the stuff I've actually used for more than just this month, but I just don't think I've showed you guys yet. So most of the stuff I'm wearing today is in this, except for like setting spray, powder, brows, mascara. I think that's it. Oh, bronzer. So we'll just kind of go in no particular order. So this is one of the things that I've used for actually 2 months probably, is this Revlon Color Stay Longwear Makeup. I think I have it in the matte, the combination oily skin. This is okay. A few people that I watch have really raved about it, so I really want to try it out, and I got it at it was at Target, and there was a coupon and a percentage off, so I got it fairly cheap, like $6 or $7. It's okay. There's other drugstore foundations that I like better. Just it took a little working to find out how best to apply it. I found this one is best to apply with just a sponge instead of what I usually like to do is go over with a foundation brush and then blend it out and get everything blended together with a sponge. I feel like I use less product that way, but I found if I use just the sponge, it gives me a better finish. And yeah, it was okay. I don't mind it at all. I don't dislike it. I might repurchase it again, but like I said, there are drugstore foundations that I do like more. Next up, this is also in my It's Panting Cats and Dogs project. It's the Professional Benefit Primer, and this is like the pearl version. It feels really nice on my skin. I feel like it maybe kind of blurs a little bit, but it doesn't do a whole lot for me that I can tell. But I also don't have huge pores, so I might not be the target audience, but it felt nice on the skin. It didn't feel like it messed up my makeup, but I don't know how much it helped, so I'm kind of a meh on that one. Next up, this is the highlighter that I'm wearing today. This is Space Baby highlighter from Ofra. It's from their collab with NikkieTutorials. I don't know if you'll be able to, there we go. I will do a swatch. It's gorgeous. It's got like a iridescentness to it that I like. I do like to be a little bit extra with my highlighter. So there is that. And then the eyeshadow that I'm using today, and I've used that 2 or 3 times, I think. It's a Mood Color Pop palette. I got it in their mystery box, their Black Friday mystery box, and it's pretty. This is the look I'm wearing today. It's the first time I used it. When I was first putting it on, I was like, I don't know, they're not aren't super blending well, but it worked out. It just took a little work. Nothing crazy. Like it wasn't like an hour-long blending procedure, but just, you know, sometimes you get off to a rocky start, but the finished product I did enjoy. I do really like that you got like some jewel tones and then some neutrals. It's very versatile for that. There is a glitter in there. Is this a glitter too? No, it's a regular. There's one glitter in there that I didn't use, but I swatched it and it swatched pretty well. It didn't feel horrible. Next up, we have this Ofra Midi palette. I have the one in, I think it's like Cotton Candy. It's a very pink one. This one is in Sunset Dream, so it's a cream, a powder, a cream blush, powder blush, and then like topper. This, I didn't love it. I didn't feel like it went on as well as some of the other blushes I've used. It was a little bit patchier, had to blend out. I'm not in love with that like highlight topper shade. It just is not working for me. Right there. Like, it might be nice more on the lid, but as a topper shade, it's just not for me. It's not, I didn't love it. So that one was a little bit of a disappointment, but you know, just didn't work like the other one did for me. So next up, we got the Warlock palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. Beautiful palette. I really liked it. None of her palettes have disappointed so far. I have all but one. I think it's the Fighter palette that's a little more neutral. I didn't pick that one up, but I think I have all the other ones. And not this last, like the Lost Library collection, which isn't a palette, but she has some singles and lipsticks and stuff like that. But I just didn't pick anything up from there because I have a lot of stuff, so. Next up, we have another ColourPop palette. This is Cloud 9. I just really didn't have a palette like this in my collection, and I got it with, I didn't get it in the mystery box, but when I ordered the mystery box, I got this. I've used it twice. I really like it. I do wish that either this shade or this shade would have been like a darker gray, or like this would not be like, it's a matte with sparkles in it. It would just been like that matte shade. But overall, I liked it. I used it, I think, twice. I liked both looks. It was really nice. Kind of when, you know, I don't want to be too colorful, but I don't want to be like super neutral either. Then next up, we have the Hearth palette from Enchanted Cove Beauty. I got this in my Ice Cream Beauty box. I think I only used this once, but I did really like the look I made with it. Nice color story. You know, not necessarily like my favorite, but I did enjoy it. I did enjoy the look I made with it. It was nice. It was a good formula. Next up, we got this Kiwi Be Friends by Moira. I got it on Black Friday. I have to say I was not impressed with this. I tried one other Moira palette, and I didn't love that one either, but also wasn't really my color story. I just wanted to try it out. But this, like, I used it twice. The first time I used like these three. The middle one's like a yellow, but it's coming off very just white. That's weird. It just kind of all blended together. It didn't have a lot of like longevity, and that yellow that looks like white in the middle was just, it was super powdery. It just blended away when I tried to blend together. Same with like that pink and that orange, just kind of blended together. But like not into each other. Not a gradient blending, just a blended into one color, if I'm making sense. And the other time I used more of the blues and the greens. I know I used that one, but I don't remember all the other ones I used. And that one was better, but it stained my eyelids. So yeah, I wasn't too happy with that one. And the blushes I tried, they don't have a lot of pigment. And after I looked at this more when I was getting ready, I was like, those aren't really the blushes I would pick to go with this color story. I'd probably go a little more peachy, a little not as bright, a little more toned down. So yeah, I wasn't impressed with this one. I'm wearing this today. These two for my blush. I put this Revolution Super Dewy Liquid Blush down first. I really liked it. It blended out really nicely. Very pretty color. And then I topped it off. I went in with these two bottom shades and mixed them together just to add a little extra on top. And I liked it. So next up we have the Stila One Step Correct. It is a skin tone correcting and brightening primer. It felt good on my face, but I don't think it did anything. Like, it felt hydrating and nice, but it didn't color correct. I was still very red, or not very red, but I was still red, the same amount of red after I put it on. I didn't feel like it was evening anything. I didn't feel like it brightened or necessarily made my makeup last longer. It was just kind of like another step, and that didn't do anything except for feel nice sitting on my face. So I will probably declutter that. We got this long lasting liquid lipstick from Ofra. This is in Canyon. It was nice. I do like Ofra liquid lipsticks. They're one of the few that I found that will last on me, that are fairly comfortable. So happy with that. And then this one is the one I'm wearing today. It's from Revolution, and I'm wearing it right now. It feels pretty comfortable. Like, it's a little drying, but not bad. And I haven't put any gloss or anything on top of it. And it actually went on really nice. It was a nice color, but I did just put on like 30, 45 minutes ago, so I can't speak to the longevity too much, but I have been talking since I've been filming, so actually it's pretty nice. Next up, this is another one that I probably used for like 2 months that I probably should have showed last month, but I forgot it. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Full Wear. I think this is the one with the foundation that I really like. This line. The concealer is okay. It's decent. It just does kind of crease like right under my eyelids a little bit. It's not super obvious, but I can see it if I'm really looking for it. So not necessarily my favorite, but it's not bad. I will finish it. I don't think it's noticeable. I don't think anybody else would really notice unless they were zooming in and looking at my eyes, but I know it's there. Next up, we got a lipstick from Juvia's Place. This is in 2020. This was nice. This is a nice kind of neutral. It's coming off a little more pinky on camera, but it's pretty neutral. It was nice. Nice formula. Next up, we got a lip liner from e.l.f. I've used this several times. I'm using it today. It's really nice. It is a Sharpnel one. I've actually found that I like these wood ones. I seem to like them more than I do some of other ones. Sometimes it's like too creamy and it moves around and doesn't stay in place. That's really nice, and even though it's wooden, it's not dry. It goes on nicely. Next up, we have this gloss from Ace Beauté that I got in Ipsy. I'm not loving it. The color is nice, but it is a little bit sticky and goopy, a little heavy. Just not my favorite formula. So that was kind of a bummer. Next up, I got this iced Power Pigment from LA Colors. I actually picked up 4 different ones. This is the only one I've used so far. I found them at Dollar Tree. I just used this as like a upper liner. I just took a little liner brush and then topped it off with a very light highlighter just to put a little something on my lids. It seemed to stay. It wasn't like the most opaque. Probably if I used like water setting spray, I probably could have got a better color payoff. So I can't speak too much on how well these are, just because the way I used it was pretty limited, but I have some hopes. Okay. Next up, we have the Ghost Face highlighter from Glamlight. I only used one so far. Dang it. Come on, you. I do like their highlighter. It's very, very glittery. I think I use the top one with the Ghost Face on it. I don't know, you can't see very well. The bottom one has like the knife. And yeah, it's what I expected. So I do like a glittery highlight sometimes. So I'm excited to use that a little bit more. Next up, we have this blush from Wet n Wild from their holiday collection. It's bright pink. It's much brighter than it's coming off in camera. This is really nice. I have one of the other, I think maybe they just have the 2 duos with the highlight and the blush. I got both, and I really enjoy both the blushes. I thought how they sat on my cheeks was really nice. I haven't tried the other highlighter. I've only tried one, I think. But yes, I did enjoy that. Next up is the Super Shock Shadow in Mint to Be from ColourPop. I got this in their mystery box. It was nice. I just used it for something a little extra on top of the lid. And yeah, it's nice. Next up, another ColourPop what we got in our mystery box. This is Birthday Suit. It's a satin blush. It's okay. It's not very pigmented. I did find the second time I used it, I used a very dense brush, almost like a foundation brush, and I got more pigment that way. It's a really pretty color. It's just kind of lackluster in the payoff. So kind of a meh on that one. Next up we have this Fenty Beauty gloss. I did like it as a hologram. Oh, what is it called? Yeah, holla. Like holla at ya. Hologram. It's really pretty. It's iridescent, but not like too much, which I don't like too much glitter on my lips. I like to save that for my highlight and my eyeshadow. Next up, we got a tiny Verona liquid lip from Ofra. I like the formula. This is just a little brown for me. It came off a little more brown on my lips than I thought it would. So I don't know if I'll be keeping that one, but I tried it a couple times. Another surprise favorite, we got this Shape Tape Corrector from Tarte. It is in peach. I got this in my Ipsy. So I know that peach is like good for those dark, usually under eye, but like I've said, my like my inner corner is what is dark. And I tried it and I was like, oh, that's really covering it up, but it really lasted a long time. It really made a difference. At first I was like, I don't know if it's worth the extra step, the extra money to buy another product, but it is actually. I will, maybe not necessarily Shape Tape because it's expensive. I might try some cheaper options first, but I definitely will get another peach corrector because it did make a big difference. Next up we have this Haus Labs little tiny dude. Got it as a sampler from Sephora. I didn't love it. It was okay. I'll finish it. I probably only have like one more use or so. It's okay, Loki Pokes. You can come in. I've got a mess. It's like I'm afraid to step. But it kind of came off a little bit easy. It wasn't as full coverage as I would want. I mean, I don't necessarily want full coverage, but I can still see a lot of unevenness from my natural skin tone coming through. So yeah, I didn't love it. I know a lot of people really do. Next up, we got Pinky Promise, a cream blush from Fenty. I got this in an Allure beauty box. Just a nice pink. Nice, pretty bright pink. Next up, we got a highlighter from Lottie London. I actually use this quite a few times because I wanted a gold highlight for a lot of my eyeshadow looks, and this really did a good job. I'm trying to go fast because we're at like 18 minutes. Next up, we got this from Hollow Cosmetics. It is an eyeshadow, but I used it on my eyes, and I also used it as a highlighter when I used that silver pigment, and it was pretty. I liked it. Next up, this is the Serengeti highlighter from What's Up Beauty. I got this and their 3 palettes. And it's just so pretty. Like, it's almost you don't want to use it because and embossing is so cool. They have this one in a slightly darker one as far as highlighters, and then they have the 3 palettes. And then they do nail polish. I don't have any of the nail polishes though. Next up we got from Terra Moons, just a single that I tried out, and yeah, it's great. Tried out this gel eyeliner from Moira. It went on nicely. I can't really remember the longevity. I kind of forget about eyeliners when it comes to longevity, unless it's like a liquid liner on my top lash. So hard for me to say. This is Beauty Moon Cosmetics. It's a loose shimmer. This was great. I topped it with one of the What's Up Beauty palettes, and it was gorgeous. Alright, speaking of What's Up Beauty, we got the Monsoon palette. I've only used this one once. Very nice. Those sparkles. And this is gorgeous. This is the Dragon Eye eyeshadow. I will say I was a little disappointed that the color scheme didn't like match the packaging, but this was beautiful. And I used it twice. The first time I used it, I think it was when I used it with this. The second time, I did just a very like, I did 2 mattes and one of the shimmers, but I laid the shimmer down all over, or the matte all over my lid and put the shimmer on top, and I wore it at work and I could not stop looking at my eyelids. I was like, this is sparkling, and it like I just was a freaking disco ball all night. Like it didn't fade until like maybe 10 hours after I put it on, and not faded completely, just like started to fade. It was, I could not stop looking at myself. I'm usually not narcissistic like that. Next up from Profusion, we got this matcha milk tea little palette. It's super cute. It performed well. Yeah, it was nice. It's fun. And the Casper highlight. Gorgeous. I loved it. It's so like iridescent and fun. And also, same can be said for this LA Girl Beauphoria. This iridescent highlight, like a pinky blue, really gorgeous. I really loved it. Dazzle in a Daze. This Refi Brow Gel. It's supposed to be clear, but it's like not. It's white and really goopy. When I used it, like, I could brush it through where you didn't see the white, but if you have darker hair, I can't imagine using this as a clear brow gel. It just, I think you'd have a hard time. I wouldn't recommend this product. As far as like keeping my brows in place, it was fine, but like I really had to brush it through to get rid of the white. So yeah, so I guess like if you have white eyebrows, I don't know. And then we got this lipstick. I think it's, yeah, lipstick from Element Beauty. I don't even remember putting it on, I'll be honest. So I don't really remember what I thought of it. If I don't remember, it's usually pretty in the middle. And from LA Girl, we got this Velvet Blush. I only used it once. It was nice. It did its job. This Cloud Paint from Glossier and Rise. It was fine. I didn't love it. I didn't love the color. The formula is just okay. I said it in the one I tried last month. I was like, I don't really get the hype. Maybe just because it was one of the first like liquid blushes, but I thought it was like fine at best. And then we got Baby Gap Blush from Essence. And this is nice. It was really nice. Kind of a corally. It looks a little more, I don't know what to do with my lights. Looks a little more orange on camera, but it was really pretty. Nice color, went on nice. Got this Wet n Wild one from their advent calendar. It was nice. It actually was more pigmented than I thought it would be, and I really enjoyed it. We got this Hard Candy Fix My Halo. Just kind of your run-of-the-mill iced white highlight. It was nice. Not, you know, out of this world, but not disappointing. And then we got this Kay Voss Blushing Beauty. It's in Rosy. When I first opened this from Ipsy, I thought it was a highlight, but it is a blush. But it definitely, I wouldn't call it rosy. I'd call it more, I don't know. I can't open it. It's the only thing I really don't like about cheap packaging is I find it hard to open. There we go. So like if you look at that, it looks like kind of like a gold highlight, but it's more of a, I would say, blush topper. Like you can hardly see it. That's what I used it as, just to give a look, because it does have some glow to it. And it could be like an orange highlight, but it looks more orangey, not rosy to me. But actually I did like it as like a topper, just because it wasn't sparkly. It was just like glow. All right, we got this little ABH Brow Wiz that I got in the Sephora Advent Calendar. This is actually pretty decent. It's pretty dry. It takes a little work to get it on, but it was okay. Like I'll use it up, but I probably won't. I mean, these are like $28-$30, I think, for full size. I wouldn't. If I'm going to spend that much money on a brow product, I'm going to go with Benefit. But I'll use this up. And then we got this little Armani lipstick that we got in the Macy's advent calendar. It's very light. It's kind of disappointing. It's a little too nude. And I tried kind of doing that thing where you put it in the middle, and that stuff just doesn't really work for me, because I don't know, everything just kind of gets goopy. Let's try it on this matte. Kind of blot it together. Maybe. I don't know if you really, it looks a little bit lighter, I think. I'll play with it a little bit more. And then last up, going on almost 30 minutes. I just can't shut up, can I, Loki folks? We got this lipstick from Give It Beauty that we also got in the Sephora advent calendar. It's a nice little red. I wasn't sure about it. I think I wore it in a few videos. I just wore it one time, but I made a few videos. And I did go to the store and I did get a compliment, so I'm okay with it. I'm not a red girl, but it was nice to try out, and like I said, I did get complimented. So that was the new to me makeup that I tried in December. Stick around for January. I have 2 boxes of makeup that I have bought, or from like advent calendars or from Black Friday and all that I still need to go through. So I still have plenty. So hopefully I control myself and don't buy a lot so I can get through this, right? Right. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment down below, send your friends. We have fun here. And sometimes there's dogs. Loki! Star of the show here. Alright guys, we'll see you soon. Bye.